So where we are means we know how to create a class, right? It's very simple. This is access specifier. This is class name. This is a class keyword. This is a class name, and this is a variable declaration. And this complete stuff is nothing but a method. And this is a method access specifier, method return type, and this is a method name. And these are nothing but a parenthesis and parameters. Like these are the parentheses. These are open brace and close brace. What are the logic you write? It must be inside this. So no, there is no scope for syntaxes. So don't remember syntaxes. Okay, you just understand first what all these are. Okay, so now I have a requirement. Okay, now I have a requirement of saying that I want to create a contact data from your Apex code. Create a contact data through your Apex code. We know how to insert a contact in following three principles, like context instantiation, right? Populating the necessary fields and supplying the DML. That's it, right? Those three principles we have to follow. Put those stuff here in this method. Okay, so let's try to create. See, when you're writing an Apex class, a basic idea must be in your brain. Okay, now I'm going to write a new Apex class. That Apex class will create a contact. Okay, yeah. Come here, click on new, click on Apex classes. I'm just making something contact Apex class. See, every class must be ends with the Apex class, because some people will write Apex class name like this, contact. If you write like this and you save your class name, what happens is class will be created successfully. But what happens is your arg won't work. Okay, a contact object will never be work because always pointing to your own class. So that's the reason every class must be ends with a Apex class initially. Whatever the class you write, you are writing class for account insertion, opportunity session, whatever it may be. A class must be ends with a Apex class. It's a mandatory. Now I just wrote an Apex class. Fine. Now let me create a method. Public void do create contact. This is a method which I wrote, right? And we know how to insert a contact. Contact con equal to new contact. Con dot last name. Insert con. See how simple it is. It is a combinations. Okay. What you have learned in the first day of your class, what you are learning in the yesterday, we are just combining of everything. Okay. This is an Apex class. This is a method. This is object instantiation. And this is the DML. Save it. So that's it. It saved successfully. Right? How simple it is. It saved successfully. Now I want to execute this class. This is a class which is given by me, not by the Salesforce. Come here. Instantiate that class. Okay. Obj dot copy this method and supply it. Okay. class and method. When I hit this method, it goes here, and it try to insert a contact. Let's see, execute. Let me check the result whether it is created a contact or not. Come here, click on contacts, doing unit testing. See, Apex contact. Right, this is a contact which I created today. Very simple. You try to create account, you try to create so many things. Okay. Not only like this, you can also pass like this, public string last name. I can copy this last name, cut it and paste it here and supply this variable here. What is this? This is a variable declaration. This is a method declaration. A class is having variables and methods only. You can create n number of variables, you can create n number of method declarations. Okay. This is one of the basic elementary level example, what I have been explained you. Now it's a time to think about methods. Okay. Now it's a time to think about methods. Now let's come here. I will create a class name called method declarations. Okay, methods are nothing but a behavior, a functionality, a logic. Where you put your logic, you are going to put your logic inside your Apex class in the method. Okay. So generally, how you wrote your methods here? You wrote like this, right? Public void
Hold on,
display,
hold on, hold on.
right? Public
Yeah,
void
yeah.
display. I'm getting noise. Let me mute Sandeep. Okay, I just muted you. Okay. Public void display. This is a method which I wrote, right? And I can place like this system dot debug. This is an method, right? And we know how to execute this one. How? Just copy this class name, come to your anonymous window for time being today, object new class name, object dot display, object dot display, and execute this. This is what we are doing from since yesterday. There is no matter. Okay. Now I can also write like this, public void display 2, for example, right? There is no difference between these two methods. Okay, this is also a method. This is a display 1 method and this is a display 2 method. Names are different. Okay, I didn't wrote the same names. Names are different. What we can call this one? Parenthesis, right? So here I can supply a parameter like this. String name. Save it. It saved successfully. See the variation. No more syntaxes, boss, please. If you go with a syntax, you will never know anything else. Understand? This is a method and this is a method. You read these two methods. What is the difference? There is a parameter difference here. Okay, there is a difference in the parameter. I supplied a string. I can also supply a account object or contact object, a list or collection of variables also, because it is accepting the data type. Okay. Now let me deal with this small method. Later we'll go with the big ones. Public, that means access specifier, return type, method name, parenthesis, and parameters. Some people say that open brace and close brace. Now you write your logic. See, name. If you write like this, what is the meaning of this one means? When you are hitting this method, you have to supply the name. You have to supply a text value. When you're invoking this method, you have to supply a name value. When you're calling this display method, you have to supply a name value. That means this is an input accepting from the outside, from the end user perspective point. Okay. So end user has to give an input here. Now let me show you how you will give an input. This method is available in this class, right? Copy this class name, come here. Already it is there. Method name, copy, display to. And you have to check clearly this syntax and this one is same or not. Not same. Here it is accepting a value. So you have to supply a value. I supplied some value, like something saying that some input param, whatever it may be, you write. You're supplying input param from outside. Okay. Earlier you did not apply it. For the first one, obj dot display one. If you see this, here it is not accepting any parameters. So that's why it did not supply any inputs here. But this method is accepting a single param. So I have to supply it. I just supply. You got it? Execute now. See, this is a single param method having a value of some input param. See, this is a value which is coming from outside into your program. This is a value which is coming inside into your program, right? Now, let us concentrate this one. Imagine it. I have a user, okay? This user will supply inputs. This user will supply inputs. He want a calculation, addition kind of a calculation. What he want? He want addition kind of a calculation. Addition means he supply A value as 10, B value as a 20. Okay, as a inputs. and he want output automatically calculated. He want output as 30. You want to see output as 30. User will supply these two values and you want to show the output as 30. Okay. So addition statement, we have to do it from your Apex class. This is your program. Okay. He will supply inputs. Okay. And you have to give it a output back. Let us see. Public void addition. Okay. Whatever it may be, addition method. So as per the requirement, we know that this method will accept two parameters. Okay. The two parameters are nothing but integers. So integer A, comma, integer B. It will accept these two parameters. See, here it's a single parameterized. Here it is a multiple parameterized. You can give up to like 40 or 38 parameters. Okay, not more than that. Okay. Now it is a two parameterized. You can give 3 parameters, 4 parameters. How many inputs you want to give to into your program? ఏం చేస్తున్నా నా ప్రోగ్రాంలోకి ఇన్పుట్స్ ఇస్తున్నా. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ గివింగ్ ఇన్పుట్స్ ఇన్ టు మై ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫ్రమ్ అవుట్ సైడ్. నా integer c equal to a plus b, a small statement. This is a logic. This is a logic. Very simple statement. Right. Save it. Got it? I just saved this one. Now come here. Control E. What is this method name? Addition method. Object dot addition method. Here I will supply 10 value, comma 20 value. 2 values I am supplying and executing. So what you're expected, what happens? It goes to this method, it accepts first parameter as a 10 and second parameter as a 20. It comes here, 10 plus 20 is a 30. The value will be 30 here. It's a very elementary level program again. We got 30. Now how we can use this such kind of things in a real time? We'll see. Now, going back to this class. So we supplied a last name hard-codedly. Whenever you hit this class and this method, the same name of contact will be created. Let us say I just created this contact 10 minutes back. If I try to execute this again the same contact will be created. If I try tomorrow, the same contact. After 10 days, the same contact, because the last name is hard-coded. Okay. I don't want to do hard code. Whatever the values given by the end user, based on that end user given values, I want to create a contact. Understand my statement? I guess you are understanding, right? Same. This is elementary level. Giving addition to this, I am working on the another Apex class. So I want to create an Apex class based on the user. I want to create an contact data based on the user inputs. So how we can do means come here, public void, okay, create contact. So this method will accept multiple parameters. I'm giving string as a first name, string as a name, string as a phone, date as a birth date. What are it? Multiple parameters I'm sending. Okay. See, contact con equal to new contact con dot last name equal to, I will supply the value which is coming from outside, con dot first name. I will supply the value which is coming from the outside, which is given by the end user. Con dot phone, supplying the value which is coming from the outside. No more hard codes. See the evolutions, how we are doing, slowly converting everything. Birth date, I am giving the value which comes from outside, birth date. And finally, insert contact. Save it. Now, how many parameters I have passed? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3 are strings, and 1 is a date related stuff. Now, when I want to hit, when I'm hitting this method, definitely I want to pass a different values to insert this contact. Let me try. This is Apex class name. Come here. My own object, having a memory for it. Object dot. When you copy this one. If you are not supplied any value, or if you are supplied only partial values, what happens? Let's see. See, system do not understand. It's saying that method does not exist. Okay, so you have to supply. I'm supplying the first value. Comma, and second value technologies, and third value I'm giving phone number. Okay. And fourth value is asking the date, so I will give date as system.today, because here it is a date data type only. See, I'm passing 4 values. Okay. This class is accepted only 2 parameters, but this class is accepting the 4 parameters. Now execute. You can read the log statements as well. See, 1 DML, 1 row has been inserted. Now coming here. See, switch technologies. This is a date inserted. This is a phone number inserted, right? So slowly we are evaluating into the bigger codes. So now next time when I'm hitting this method, I will give the different inputs. But I don't need to change my code, right? But here, if I want to insert a different contact, I have to touch down my I have to touch down my code. I have to edit my code for if I go with this method. But this method, I need not to touch my code. I simply give whatever the these 4 fields information here. That is the beauty. Now, not only this one. Your methods can also accept. These are primitive data types, right? Still today also we are discussing about the data types. See, when you're working on the methods also we are discussing about the data types. Okay. Your methods, okay, your methods can also accept. Your methods can also accept S object. S object means accounts, contacts, like that. Okay. Let us see. This is the one of the variation, right? You have been written. Okay, let me write it here only. Public void. Okay. Do create account. So this one will create an account data. But here there is a variation. I'll write account here. Insert here. See, as like integer, I just given a S object name called as an account. That means you will supply account data as an input to your Apex class. Your Apex class will do the DML. Understand? See, everything is connectivity. If you miss this connectivity, that's it, Damar. Please be conscious. Okay. See, you're supplying account data. Earlier you supplied integer data, you supplied string data. Now you are supplying the account data only from outside. So your class method is going to deal this one. So now let me save this. First check whether you're happy to save the code or not. Yes, it saved successfully. Copy this one. Control E. OBJ. New OBJ. OBJ dot. Copy this method name. Put it here. Right? It is asking the account details as an input param. Now I will say how I will give. Account ACC equal to new account ACC dot name. I will just give like a Apex dummy contact or whatever it may be. ACC dot phone. ACC dot account number. You give whatever stuff you want. See, these are the three fields I just populated and stored in this ACC, and I'm supplying this ACC here as an input param. Ardhamavutunda? Are you understanding? We are very slow. Okay, you have to understand. This is not at all a rocket science, a very general common English language, but there are some connectivities. This is the object. Object means this class. Class dot method. Method means this method. What it is accepting account data. Yes, I supplied account data. What is ACC? ACC means account. Yes, correctly I am supplying. Okay, how many field values I supplied? Like this, 3 field values. If it is 100, you have to fill up the 100 fields. When you supply this data, it comes here. Here is an account and it supplies. And ikkada ఏ ఉంది కదా ikkada ఏ పెట్టాలనుకుంటున్నారో not required. You can put your name also, no worries. It can understand. And you're supplying DML here. A. Execute. Executed successfully. Now come here and check your accounts. Customers is nothing but an account here. I just changed this label name. See, dummy, Apex dummy. Okay, this is account details, right? I just changed this name. Okay, fine, no worries. See, this is the phone number and this is account number which I have been given. Okay, these are the automatically generated fields. Okay, we have written some automation process, right? Based on that, it is creating. See how beauty it is. I am not writing, thousands lines of code. I'm just writing a simple, understandable code, what my system has to do. I'm just commanding my system to do these things. So that's what it is doing, right? So I can also pass an account details here. That is a beauty. Now, coming back here. See, I want to insert an account. Okay. And I also want to insert a contact to that account. Simple statement. From my Apex code, I want to insert an account and associated contact directly. But values will come from outside. Based on that, you have to do it. Okay. So let us see. Public void do create ACC and contact. Okay. I will supply account data and contact data from outside. Okay. First, initially, I will insert account. Later, con dot account ID equal to acc dot id. Then later, I will insert contact. Because I want to do association, right? This is association. This is association. Right? This is what we need. Save it. Are you getting the point? You hit this method, supplying of account and contact. See, now it is asking to parameterize it. Earlier we have given only single parameterized of your S object. Now you are dealing with two multiple S objects at a time. So what is this class name? This is the class name. Okay. So this is a method name. I'll just copy this method name. The first parameter it asks account, I supplied account. But I never inserted. My Apex code will be inserted when I'm supply the data here. Now I want to supply the contact. This is the contact what I would like to supply. See, now I'm supplying two S objects into my Apex program. Now execute completely. What happens? That account will store here, that contact will store here, but data is not inserted. Now in the 24th line, first account will be inserted, then I generate the account ID and I supplied the account ID to this contact account ID and I supplied the insert statement. Okay. I can also populate a values dynamically like this. This is dynamically. This is hard coded. You given a last name field right here. It's a hard coded. You're populating the account ID here, right? It's a dynamic. See, account has been created and contact is also be associated to it. How simple it is. Writing of less code, you're just creating major things. This is one of the method. Now coming back here. If you see this one, there is a public void method name and it is asking two parameters. And it is expecting two parameters, and we supplied those two parameters. See, in calculator, let us see, for example, see, this is a calculator, right? I am giving 10. I am giving 10 plus 20. When you click on this button, these two, it is accepting first parameter and second parameter. First parameter, second parameter. When you click on this button, that means this method related method, this Apex class related method is going to be executed when you click on this button. Okay. It took these two values. There is addition operation behind this logic. Okay. When you click on this, 30 is going to be exposed outside. It's showing 30 as an output. Here also it calculated 30, but it is not exposed outside. Okay. ఇది బయటికి చూపించట్లా, జస్ట్ డీబగ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ లో చూపించింది అంతే. I want to be written back. Understand? I want to return back these results. So how you do return back means, see, you are returning the results. ఇక్కడ రిటర్న్ అయింది రిజల్ట్ 30 అని స్క్రీన్ మీద. Okay, whenever it performs a logic, it returns that value of 30. Okay. See this. Public void add function only. Same. I will use integer a comma integer b integer c equal to a plus b. Same code. See, same code. Nothing, but method name is different. That's it. Same code. But this method has to return back the results. So to return a result from a method, see, understand this statement. To return a result from a method, you should not use void. Void means empty. Void means you are not returning anything. Okay. Void means empty. You are not returning back anything. But I want to return this result. So to return that result, you have to write a statement called return. Normal common English language. What you are trying to return? You are trying to return a result. That means C. When you write a return statement, you should not put a void. When you put a void, you should not write a return statement. But here I am returning this C. What is this C? C is nothing but an integer, and this void also requires integer. నువ్వు ఏ వాల్యూ అయితే రిటర్న్ చేస్తున్నావో అదే ఉండాలి ఇక్కడ. What are the value you are returning, that return value must be here, right? What you are returning? C. What do you mean by C? C is nothing but an integer, right? C is nothing but an integer. So that's why instead of void, I just put it as an integer. We can call it as a return type. Both are the same. Access specifier, return type, method name, parameters, parenthesis, here also parenthesis, open brace, close brace, logic, open brace, close break, logic. Here having a return type statement. Here we are not having a return type statement. So these are nothing but a return types. Void is nothing but I am not returning anything. That's why I didn't wrote any return. Instead of void, other than void, whatever you put here, that must be written compulsory. So I'm returning a C value. C is nothing but integer. So that's why I put the void. I removed void and I put integer. That means here integer means I can put the primitive data types also, right? I can put the subjective data types also, right? Yes, you can do it. Now let us see how you can use this one. Copy this class name. Copy this add. Okay, integer A, integer B. I have to supply two values. Supplying 10 comma 20, right? With the help of this object, you are hitting this method and you are supplying these parameters. Definitely this method will send a result back to me. What is that result? It is sending a result to me. What is that result? 30. 30 is a what kind of a data type? It's an integer. So that's why I'll put integer. While you are writing, just think first. This is an object means this class. This is a method. Definitely here it is integer. So you just copy that integer and paste it here. That's it. Right? Now let me check. See how we are evaluating our code. See the variations, how we are doing. Execute. See, now it returns the 30. You give 100, 100 plus 120 and execute. Now it gives different result. See, different result. Now you give like execute. See, it gives the result. Like this. Based on your input, it is giving the result back to me as like your calculator. Okay. But the challenge is here this one. This is also a variable declaration. Okay. As like this. This is a hard-coded value and this is a dynamic value and it is a logic calculated value will come into picture and I'm storing in one of the variable called as an integer. Both are the same. Ready? Both are the same. According to me. All are the same here. All are variable declarations. You know, right? This one. Date. This is a variable. System.today. This is a method boss. This is a class boss. This is a method. When you hit this method, it will return a date. So that's why I hold this one. Both are the same. This is my own object. This is Salesforce given. Right? My calculation will return this one. Even I can also return a date. Got it? Like this. So many variations are there. Okay, but everything is a variable declaration. There are different flavors are there, but if you consider consolidatedly, that is nothing but we get the fraction number as well. What do you mean by fraction here? I don't know. I'm not mathematical person to get a fractions or anything else here. I don't know about what exactly the fraction is. Okay, but whatever it may be, you can return all the primitive data types as subjective data types and your collections. That's what I know. Okay. Let me return the S object. Okay. Let me return the S object. See here. Public. Initially, I'm writing void. I'm returning S object data. Account A equal to new account. A dot name equal to test ACC dummy. A dot phone equal to A dot account number equal. So these are the required fields. All these are I'm giving. Okay, and I will insert this account also. This is what we know from beginning of your sessions. We are writing, right? It's a normal method. Okay, this is a normal method, and I inserted an account. Now I want to return this account back. I want to return A. If you want to write a return A, if you are returning this A, means you have to remove this void. What do you mean by A? A is nothing but account. Put this one here. Now, when you hit this method will return account data. Okay, this method is going to return account data. Let us try. Object dot return data. Okay, here I'm not supplying any inputs. I'm not supplying any inputs, right? I'm not supplying any inputs. It will return account data to me. Copy this. So when I hit this method, definitely it will return a already inserted account. So I can see like this: system dot debug account data. I can see ACC. Very simple statement. Click on execute. See, it is returning the inserted account back to me onto the console, right? In the anonymous window. So whenever end user is hitting, it will return the results back to the end user as well, as like this calculator. He's giving some inputs as 10 comma 20 and clicking on this equal button, and it's showing 30 as an output result, right? The similar structure what we are doing here right now at the moment. Let me write it here like this. Public. I will write code. Please try to understand what I'm trying to do. Why? Okay. do create a subject data. Okay, I will supply boolean value is create. Okay, and I will check this one. If is create is active, then I am trying to, okay, I will get a values from outside, like string name, string phone. I will get these values from outside. Okay, account a equal to new account, a dot name equal to name, a dot phone equal to phone, right? And do some insert a. Very simple. If this is true, we are trying to create an account. If this is false, we are trying to create a contact. Slowly increasing the code. I'll supply this name here, c dot phone. Right? Insert c. Are you getting the point? Either I can insert account or a contact based on the Boolean representation. Okay. Now I want to return a result. Right? Now I want to return a result back. Either you have to return a result, okay, either account or a contact. So put here return a, and also you can put here return a, return c. Save it. It will show an error message for you because you used the return statements, but you never used here. So if you see here, this is an account A and this is a contact, two return statements. There is no, like you cannot write like this. Two return statements, account comma contact. Save it. You cannot write like this. You will get an error. Either you have to use contact or an account, but error will be saved here, but here you will get an error. Okay. If I go with contact, error will be cleared here, but error will come here. See? Now what should I do? Let me put S object. You got it? S object. S object means is nothing but an account. S object means is nothing but a contact. It's a high level, right? Right? Now you are returning an S object here. That means not only your account or contact or integer or a string or a collection variables, you can also send S object back. So how you handle this one? So this is a written result. So what this method is expecting? First initial I will give it as a true. That means it will insert account data. See, first it will insert account data and it will return that account data to us. Execute. So that means I can manage the logic from outside as well. See, it is returning account data to me with ID. Now, if I put false here, same code. I did not to change anything in the Apex class level. I just changed my parameter as a false. See, now it creates a contact and it sends back to me. You can see it in the real time. See, contact has been created, right? So like this, you can vary it. Okay, not only account or contact, you can also pass S object. When you're passing S object, you have to put here as an S object here. Okay, coming back again. Coming back to our method declarations. Right. Now let us see here. I will write a method here. Right. Public void. Okay. Get list of data method. Whatever it may be, is a method name. Okay. See, here it is accepting integer, accepting two parameters, accepting S object, right? Now it will accept here. It will also accept the list of S objects. See the variation. Here it accepts the single record. Here it is accepting multiple record. That is the only variation. Very simple. Here we supplied a single record from outside. Here we are supplying multiple records from outside. Come here, I'm trying to execute this method. Class name, object, new, class name, object dot. This one, right? What it is accepting? It is accepting the list of contacts. So what you have to do? Copy like this. Paste it here. And you supply a query of data. Select ID comma name from account. Right? Now you supply this value here. That's it. Very simple. Earlier you supplied a normal contact single record. Now you are supplying existing accounts. You brought existing accounts from the database into your program and you supplied to a method to do something stuff later. This kind of programming is also available for us. Let me execute. See, you wrote a query, that query brings the 53 accounts. In the debug statement, it prints all those 53 accounts. See, it is printed all those 53 accounts. That is the beauty. See the variation in the codes. Okay, understand that variations. Get some hands-on on that variations. Okay, take time. Watch this video multiple times and get some hands-on. Okay. Got it? You can also supply a list of contacts. That means I can also return a list of accounts or contacts to the back, right? Let us say, for example, public void, okay, return list of contacts, okay, return list of contacts. I will do like this for or else list of contact con list equal to write a query. Select id comma last name from contact. So how many contacts are there? Might be it's like 350 contacts or 360 contacts will be there. All those contacts you are going to be written. Those contacts are available in this list and you are returning that. When you are returning that, you should not put a void. What you are returning? Con list. Con list is nothing but a list of contacts. That means you are returning a list of contacts. Put it here. Right. Now I want to execute this method. Obj dot. When you execute this method, we know that when you hit this method, it brings all the contacts and it's storing this variable and you're returning this variable. That means you want to hold this one because here it has a return type. What are the return type here you are having? Come here and paste it. Capture that. See, this is the mechanism what we are having. Get some hands on. Right, click on execute. So it is a query, it having like 362 contacts and it is returning that in the debug statement. Here you can see in the Garner limits. See, all those contacts get returned back. That is a beauty. That is the beauty of this program. Now, so in this Apex class only, what I would like to do, okay, what I would like to do, I want to create a multiple contacts, insert those contacts and return back. Let us see. Public, initially void, do create multiple contacts. Here I will mention how many contacts we can create. Okay. So I will write a for loop. Understand the logic. I'll write a for loop. Integer I equal to 0, I less than of this count, I plus plus. Any contacts create అవ్వాలనేది outside నుంచి చెప్తుంది. How many contacts we need to be created? I am going to tell from the outside of the system. So contact dot last name equal to plus I, right? And I'll gather all these contacts in a collection variable called as a list. This is the code already we have written multiple times. But here this one I made it as a dynamic. And we know we should not write DMLs inside a for loop. So that's why I'm coming outside of the for loop. And I'm just making something condition here check. Insert is not empty. I wrote a new code today. This is negotiation, not empty. Yeah, you're written a collections right now. Similarly, you're going to written a maps. Okay, we'll see that one also. Okay, so this is the list variable. This is a list variable, and empty and not. That means it is not empty. When it is not empty, go for a insert that list. This is the DML. Okay. So it will happily insert those contacts, no problem. But I have want to return back it, right? So that's the reason. Okay, I want to return these inserted contacts. Okay. So when you are returning this one, definitely it will ask the return type. What is this insert con list? Insert con list is nothing but a list of contacts. So copy this data type, paste it here and save it. See, you will supply the count, how many contacts you are going to be created from the outside. Based on that, those many contacts will be created and it will be written back the results. Copy this class name, Control E. Okay. Obj dot. Copy this class name. Method name. And what it is accepting input, it is accepting input as a count. So I will give count as a 30 contacts and it will return back some result, right? What kind of a format those result will be? Those, one second here. What kind of a result it is returning back? Is returning list insert con list. Insert con list is nothing but a list of contacts. You simply copy this one and paste it here. You can check it also. System dot debug and you'll copy this result here. You can check the size. Remove the size. You can see the results also. So how many contacts? 30 contacts we are going to be inserted. Okay, come on, execute. Just a second here. Details has been inserted. Okay. See, these are the contacts has been inserted. Okay. Check this. See, 30 contacts has been written back, and all these are nothing but a 30 contacts. Just give me a second. What is the meeting passcode? Two 48327. Okay. See, so, one of the people has asked me how you are going to return a list, return a map. Similarly, public, okay, void, get some data, whatever it may be. Okay. See what I will do. I will iterate. Okay, I will iterate like this for contact con equal to. I will write a query here. Select ID comma last name comma phone from contact. So here it will return all the contacts first. I am going to prepare a map like this, map of ID comma contact I want to send. Right? I want to send this map. I want to send this map. To send this map, first of all, I have to prepare this map, right? So I'm preparing that map. Map dot put off. I can place like this. ID comma, I mean contact dot ID comma contact. Here ID as a key and value as a contact. Okay. And I just prepared a map with all those 370 or 380 contacts. Okay. And I would like to return this map. Return this contact map. Okay. So you have to copy this one because what you are returning con map, you are returning a con map. That means the contact map. So you have to copy that one and you have to paste it here. Save it. See, it saved successfully. Now you have to hit this method obj dot hit that method. Definitely it will return some result map. What kind of a map it is? Map of contacts. So that's why I just put it like this. System dot debug. Check this result map. See, I'm just writing the different flavors, but I'm following the only one process. నేను ఎన్ని మెథడ్స్ రాసినా ఒకే ఒక ప్రాసెస్ ఫాలో అవుతున్నాను. అది ఒక్కటే మీరు క్యాచ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, that is the only thing what you are having here. Execute. See, I got a map, ID comma contact like this. You can write anything, any level of code you can write. See, I just written an S object. I just written an specific object. Okay, I just written a list of contacts. Okay, I'm just returning the map of IDs comma contacts. Even I can also written a set also. Right? Even I can also written an Apex class. Got it? I can also written an Apex class, but wait for the time being. Okay. So today's session is very, 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 very important session. Okay. So please go through this one more time. Get some handy. Okay. Get some handy. If you have any questions, please ping us. We are there with you. Okay. We can explain one more time also. No worries. Okay. So anybody want the backup session? Okay. So I'm going to be plan it on Sunday. If anyone wants, please raise a request to the Subbu or else, okay, or directly ping me. Okay, anyway, I'll take it. Okay. So based on the attendance, I would like to take the backup session here because one person has asked me. Okay. Let me check your understandabilities as well. If you want, again, I can going to be explain everything. What we from the variable declaration to the maps declaration, classes and methods. till what we are going to be complete till tomorrow. That complete stuff we are going to be replaced on Sunday, but in a high level. Okay, so please get some hand here. Okay, don't forget how to use, how to write all this stuff. Okay, thank you guys, see you tomorrow, bye.